Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and this is about Slovakia. No, we you all know, or you probably all know, or you unless you're living in under a stone, the Slovakian Prime Minister was attempted assassinated. No, the assassination is not failed. So there's an attempt on his life, and or allegedly on his life, and he got very seriously injured. So after that, of course, clearly, as we are all like goldfish, then people will just ignore it, forget about it. We just move on to the next big news, and so no one will follow up about what actually happens after. So now, so I just want to give you guys an update about the situation in Slovakia and the aftermath of all this situation. Have the prime minister died? No. What is the motivation and whatnot? So we're going to cover several things. We have the Slovakian attackers. So I forgot to rearrange the news. So there is the prime minister, the Slovak prime minister, Robert Fico. He is not dead. The condition is no longer life threatening, and he has been have some miracles according to the defense minister, saying that in the hands of the doctors and nurses and medical staff at the University FD Roosevelt Hospital in Banska Bystrica. They basically managed to save his life. He didn't die, and currently the situation is no longer life-threatening, but he cannot move from the hospital just yet. He's still pretty seriously injured. And the suspect himself was arrested immediately, and he's charged with murder or attempted murder. So he is a former 71. He's a 71 years old former security guard of a shopping mall, and I'm not sure if you can read this. Yeah, in the shopping mall, and is also the author of three collection of poetry, so which is interesting. So very poetic guy. So there is no public statement. There's no official statement made public from the suspect or any lawyers representing him, as per this news. And at that very moment, the interior minister, this guy, Matthews Sutach Extok, say that the investigation team is being set up, and they will look into whether the suspect is a lone wolf or is he operating under instruction by other people or in a group of people, or someone is encouraging him to do the assassination. And one of these factor why they have this suspicion is because that the suspect or this assassin, his internet communication were deleted 2 hours after the assassination attempts, but it's not by the suspect and most likely not his wife. So they no, this indicate that there's a possibility that this crime is committed by a group of people. And however, the Meta then 2 days later, made a statement saying that the Facebook of this suspect has been removed by Meta, and the Meta has actually told this to the Slovak government. And this information comes up 4 days after the shooting, and so they deleted, but the Meta continued to say that they will be cooperating with the Slovak government, and they informed the Slovak authorities about the removal, and they are in touch with the authorities and law enforcement. So a little bit weird, why they need to delete the Facebook account. I'm not exactly sure. I don't think it's a necessary step. There's no reason to need to delete a public profile, and maybe it just draws too much attention. But it makes no sense. It doesn't make sense to me, this thing. So after that, on the 23rd of May, there is information coming out finally. The attacker is named Juraj Cintula, and so he said that he did not want to kill Fico. He only want to harm him, so that he will not continue his current policies that he himself disagreed, which I think is a rather stupid way of trying to send a message, because the bullet do not transfer information. It's not like a USB drive. Once you hit him, you know what you wanted. The prime minister handles so much things, so he's not very specific. There is also no notes or no political declaration about what he actually wanted. So So this is published by the Slovak media Pravda, and then he said that according to this article, the court documents say that he felt powerless and disappointed with the state of the society. He said that he disagreed with the current government's policy, in particular the abolition of the special prosecutor office and the pressure on independent media. He also wanted Slovakia to resume military aids to Ukraine and consider the current government to be a Judas in relation to the European Union. So he decided to act. Very democratic, very democratic. So anyway, according to one of the witnesses quoted in the court document, claimed to have heard Cintula, the assassin, to have said hostile and malicious things about Fico, and he was concerned about how Fico behaves in relationship to Russia and Hungary, and he's not happy that they're having good relationship. According to the court documents, at this moment he acted alone. He began the planning on the 13th of May using a Chatmate 9mm CZ75 pistol, which he owns legally. So according to Kiev Post, he says that he repeatedly said that he did not want to kill the prime minister. He only wanted to wound him and impair his health. So that's why he aimed at the lower torso. And he said that accordingly to this Kiev Post article, he said that the assassin realized that he had acted completely imperceptibly, and he shouldn't have harmed the victim, and sincerely regrets his action, which don't make a lot of sense to me. So it does corroborate some of this suspicion that is something related to Ukraine, and that he's actually pro-Ukraine and whatnot. There was a lot of rumors at the beginning, the first 24 hours, and I didn't really want to talk much about it during those times because nothing's confirmed. A lot of fake news all over the place. And one of these fake news was that the wife of this Slovakian, for this assassin, is actually a Ukrainian refugee. This claim actually went very viral to the point where I also see it. However, this has been totally debunked by the Slovakian police. According to a question during a press conference, the Slovakian lead police chief, Lubomir Solak, which is this guy, say that the claim is a hoax, saying that it's definitely a hoax, claiming of this claim that the wife is actually a refugee from Ukraine. So, but however, Slovakia is reeling from this entire situation, is because it's so shocking. And the police have arrested 3 different people over their social media posts because they approve of the assassination attempt. And so this was reported by Times Live. And so finally, over the past 2 days, the parliament met for the first time, the Slovak parliament, since the assassination, and they have adopted a resolution to condemn the attack on the prime minister. So the statement reads: Parliament received with horror and deep concern the news of the assassination attempt on the prime minister Robert Fico, and which was obviously committed for political motive and deserved strongest condemnation. And it rejects violence in principle, particularly violence that the perpetrator apparently committed only because he had a different political position of that of the Slovak government. And it is very important to note. I think it doesn't matter which country you are. You may disagree with your government, but if you believe in democracy, then doing assassination, using violence to try to change the government positions is just not right. Just wait for the next election, if you can. Unless you're Ukrainian, so then that's too bad. So the parliament also at the same time call on all political parties, state officials, and publicly active individuals, the media and NGOs to respect the results of the recent general election and not to spread hatred against the legitimately elected government. This is actually very similar to the situation in Georgia. Yeah, they have no respect for the the election results. They just protest against the elected government's decision. Who cares about democracy? Who cares about the rule of law somehow? So the documents read that the role of responsible critical journalists is indispensable in a healthy society, but the work must be based on facts and not spreading hate. So, which is the same position as DPA. It must be fact-based. It's not about hatred. we try to be as neutral as possible. As in we, as in you and me, all of us should be as neutral as possible. If not, we will be blinded by propaganda and manipulations. So so whatever it is, the resolution was adopted, and they wish the premier a swift recovery and back to his duties. So that's the latest update about the situation with the assassination on the Slovakian Prime Minister. This is everything there is about all these things. There is some other possible fake news that's out there, I think, which I didn't cover because they are fake, so there's no point. So anyway, thank you for watching. Do press the like button. Hope this is useful to you, and I'll see you guys in the next update.